Welcome to VGK Today, presented by MGM Rewards, a daily podcast bringing you an inside look at the Vegas Golden Knights' 2023 Stanley Cup playoff run. I'm Justin Russo with the Golden Knights on Tuesday, April 18th, and the time has finally come. Playoff hockey returns to the Fortress tonight as the Golden Knights and Winnipeg Jets kick off their Round 1 series. It's going to be a packed house and an incredible atmosphere tonight, and with us today is Ashali Vise, who will help set the stage for what you can expect both on and off the ice at T-Mobile Arena tonight. Happy game day, Ashali. The floor is yours.
Well, thanks and a happy Game 1, Round 1 game day to you, Justin. It's the best time of the year. Playoff hockey back in Vegas. And if those words aren't enough to put a smile on your face, then I don't know about you. But how about the fact that the captain, Mark Stone, is in the lineup for Game 1? That ought to do the trick. Now, we'll hear from him later in the show, so stick around. But first, Darren told you yesterday that I would have the lineup the VGK are rolling with for Game 1. So I'm here to deliver. It's a deep one, so buckle up. First up, we have Ivan Barbashev and Jonathan Marchessault on the wings of Jack Eichel, who, by the way, playing in his first playoff game tonight. Not sure if you've heard that one. Little known fact. But in all seriousness, the three of them were very good together when Barbashev came over at the deadline initially. Next up, we have the misfits of Riley Smith and William Karlsson, who will be with the Iron Man himself, Phil Kessel. It'll be Michael Amadio and Chandler Stevenson looking to reap the benefits of the captain Mark Stone's return as they will be skating together. And the so-called fourth line of Brett Howden, Nick Waugh, and Keegan Colasar will look to carry its regular season success into the postseason. Now, on the back end, the top six are reunited. This is huge for Vegas, and it all starts with the top pair of Alec Martinez and Alex Pietrangelo, followed by longtime partners Braden McNabb and Shea Theodore, and what's been touted as possibly the best bottom pairing in the National Hockey League, Nick Hague and Zach Whitecloud. And it's all backstopped by the red-hot Laurent Brossoit between the pipes, who is your Game 1 starter. Now, you look at that lineup alone, and it shows you how things are all coming together. And on that note, I want to talk about home ice, because obviously the VGK have home ice advantage, but early in the season, that was an uncharacteristic struggle for this team, who was 13-13-0 in the first 26 games at the Fortress, right at 500. But in the final 15 home games, that record improved to 12-2-1. Major turnaround. And it all began with a 6-2 win over the Washington Capitals when a young girl named Annabelle Hanson joined the Golden Knights.
Caps dump it in. Hutton back behind his goal, protects it to the far side. That's all she wrote. Golden Knights, the sort of bounce back we were hoping for. Final score at T-Mobile Arena, Golden Knights 6, Capitals 2. 3 points for Nicholas Waugh, 2 goals for Paul Cotter. The Knights beat the Caps on home ice and head on the road, finally, with something to smile about.
Annabelle lives with cystic fibrosis, and thanks to the VGK and the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Southern Nevada, she spent 2 days with the VGK where she did it all. She dropped the gloves with Keegan Colasar, and totally won, by the way. She held a press conference with all of us media. She even joined Logan Thompson in the crease as she was announced a member of the Golden Knights starting lineup. Loudest we've heard the Fortress all season long. There's no doubt she played a huge role, not only in that game, but really in the turnaround on home ice. So we caught up with her to channel as much good energy as we possibly can heading into Game 1. How are you, Annabelle?
Good.
Good. What's new since we saw you last?
I got new kittens.
Kittens?
Yeah.
What are their names? How many? Tell me about them.
2, and I have nicknames for them called the boys Babel and the girls Chloe.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have pets before, or are these your first pets?
Yeah, I've had pets before.
Yeah, but 2 new kittens. That's awesome. What has life been like for you since you signed your contract with the Vegas Golden Knights a few months ago?
It's been really, good. I'm kind of sad because I want to do that again. It was, really fun.
What did you tell your friends about it? When you came home, what did you say?
I told them about, when I actually got to go on the ice with the Vegas Golden Knights and, how it was to get in a fight with Keegan Colasar.
What'd you tell him about the fight?
I told him that I'm a champion.
You are a champion. You weren't lying there. Did your friends believe you?
Yeah.
Did you show them any videos?
No.
No videos? Why not?
Everybody videos.
My mom and dad showed everybody the videos.
Have you gotten in any more fights since then? Yes. Really? Is that allowed? Is that a bad thing? What are these other fights you've gotten in? Should you tell me about them or should you not tell me about them? Are they on the ice? Are they appropriate?
They're with my sister. It's play, not like real. I beat her up and she actually got a bruise when I was just playing.
Oh no, I'm sure mom loves that one. You got to be careful with that. You have to be careful with that. What are you most excited about the Golden Knights being in the Stanley Cup playoffs?
I actually think they have a chance of winning the Stanley Cup.
Yes. What makes you say that?
Because they're awesome.
They are awesome. Now, I've seen videos of you giving some really good pep talks to the team on Twitter. Could you give me one here that maybe I could show them or that they could listen to?
You gotta play with your heart. Everything that you need is inside your heart. And I'm really excited that they're in the playoffs, like really, really excited. I think they have like that much of a chance of winning the Stanley Cup.
Oh my goodness. For the people who are listening and aren't able to see the video, she just put her arms as far as they could possibly go. A big chance of winning the Stanley Cup, Annabelle says. Anna, I have some other news for you that I don't know if you know. Your favorite player, Mark Stone, is going to be playing in Game 1. He's back in the lineup.
Let's go!
Let's go. That's right. Can you believe it? Just in time.
Just in time.
What is your reaction to that? How does that make you feel?
In my mind, it's blown up.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Annabelle, we hope that we see you again here soon. We certainly hope that the Golden Knights go on a deep run here. Thanks for taking some time to chat with us.
You're welcome.
Anything else new going on, or is Dad going to let you stay up late for the games?
Heck yeah.
And Mom.
Yeah. And go Knights.
Go Knights. Yes, that's the best message to leave on.
Annabelle was all of us when she heard the news that Mark Stone is able to return to the lineup for Game 1, and he met with the media yesterday. So let's take a listen.
Ben Goats, Las Vegas for you, Journal. Mark, can you just take us through what happened in that Florida game and what the recovery process has been like since then?
Yeah, I mean, obviously disappointed. Kind of thought I put that behind me, but got a real good second opinion. Kind of had a game plan going in. Took 2 weeks to see if I could return, knowing that was probably the last possible date that I could get the surgery to be back in time for tonight, or for tomorrow. So feel really good, feel really confident, excited to get back.
Jesse Granger at The Athletic. Obviously having 2 surgeries back to back, I guess, how different was this one, and what about this one makes you more confident that this one can keep you healthy for good?
Definitely different. Obviously, as you know, I saw a different doctor. Saw Jack's doctor. Obviously seen the success that he's had with his surgery. Obviously, I think I had a really successful surgery the first time. Just unfortunately, it came back, so I had to try and do something different. And, I think right from the start, I felt good. Took away a lot of my pain and relieved a lot of my symptoms days after the surgery, so that gave me a lot of comfortability.
Danny Webster, Las Vegas Sun. When you got back to training camp, you said you had felt great and you were having probably one of the best starts to a season of your career, and then all of that happens. Just how frustrating was it as far as the mental aspect and just not being able to continue what you had done to start the season?
Hard to explain. I mean, it's pretty emotional, brought some tears to my eyes, obviously, but I'm excited to be back. Been a long 2 years, so I don't want to miss this. I want to play with these guys. So I'm excited to get back.
Ed Graney, Review-Journal. During the rehab, was there a time where you said, can I get back for the playoffs, or was it the whole time you were pretty sure if everything went right, you'd be back for this time?
Well, I mean, I had steps, right? Like I said, I had 2 weeks to see if I could return and finish out the season. And I had a bad setback, so I knew that if I met the goals, the first one being the first month, and start skating in 6 weeks, see how that went. I just haven't had any setbacks, so obviously everything had to align for me to be ready to go for playoffs, and thankfully it has. I've taken multiple MRIs, CT scans to confirm it. So over this last 2 weeks was just getting ready to be ready to play, and I know my back's good. It was about just being mentally and physically ready to go, basically in other areas. I'm playing my first game in 3 months, basically, in a playoff game, so I know it's a big jump, but like I said, I don't want to miss it.
Well, Ashley, clearly an emotional Mark Stone there as he reflects on his journey to getting back onto the ice with his teammates, and you can just tell how much this means to him, especially this time of year, just saying he doesn't want to miss this. He just wants to be back out there with his guys. So excited to see Mark Stone back onto the ice. Of course, he is such an impactful figure for this team, and we'll see what he has in store for the VGK in Game 1.
And Justin, not only does he make his return, but he does it at the Fortress, which will be at another level tonight. Best in-game entertainment crew in the business. They always crank it up come playoff time, and they gave us a little sneak preview of what things might look and sound like at T-Mobile Arena, even if you aren't inside the building. Let's check it out. All right, we're now joined by one of the many minds who puts on the incredible show that you see at the Fortress, Tyler Ferraro, Senior Manager of Entertainment Experience for your Vegas Golden Knights. Tyler, ready for Game 1. How much sleep are we working on here?
Oh, we're working on about just a few hours. That's all we really need to get it done. But we're super excited. The no sleep is worth it, and we can't wait for everyone to see what we got planned.
Speaking of what you have planned, what word would you use to describe what is in store for the show we will see at T-Mobile Arena during the playoffs?
Oof, electric is a good word. Electric. I think that's our vibe. That's our hope. I think united, I think, is a good word too. Obviously, unite the realm is as our big playoff hashtag and slogan. But more than that, I think what we're doing with the in-arena show and how we're, for the first time, really encompassing and including the fans will make everything feel very united, and they have an active part in the story that we're telling. And they're just as important as the guys on the ice, and we want to carry that over in the pregame show throughout the rest of the game as well.
Yeah, I want to make sure everyone listening knows how they can be involved. Give us the rundown. What do fans need to know if they are in attendance tonight?
You're going to need to have this Stadium FX app. You can scan the QR code. I think we've posted out on our team socials, but if you grab a game day poster, it's going to be on the back of the game day poster as well. Scan that QR code, download the app. There's going to be a lot of host hits that we have pregame, kind of telling you, here's this app, here's the QR code, scan it, download it. Then you're just going to need to open it up at a specific time, which will be right around the countdown moment, right into its nighttime, where you just have this app open. There'll be a screen that says waiting to sync, and all you have to do is just sit there and wait. And then once we start playing some audio, I'm not going to pretend to understand how it works, but essentially the frequencies of the audio will communicate with your phone and will do things to your phone that will make you feel like you're part of the show in the best way that we can. So it's super exciting, it's super cool, and yeah, just wait for that cue, have the app up and ready to go, and you'll be part of the show.
And I assume around this time, we will finally know what's been in that box that we've seen bubbling and smoking on Toshiba Plaza. But 11 hours or so till puck drop for anyone who's listening to this. Can you let us in on anything? Come on, give us a little something.
So we actually have bad news there. Whatever was in that box is no longer in it. So we showed up to T-Mobile this morning, and we went out to the plaza, and the box was busted open. Whatever was in that box is no longer in there. There's some extra scratch marks and stuff on the side of it, and so we're trying to find what was in that box. We're pretty nervous. So if anyone sees anything, it sounds like there were wing sound effects that we heard, and so if anyone sees anything flying around that looks a little bit out of the ordinary, just let us know. We're trying to track it down ourselves. So other than that, I can't really say too much. I don't know.
So look out if you're on the Strip or anywhere near T-Mobile Arena.
Yeah, just be on the lookout, especially once you're inside. Definitely keep a lookout. We feel like it's probably going to hang out at the Fortress, whatever it is. But we're hoping that hopefully it's on our side. So yeah.
And there's stuff going on not just inside the Fortress, outside as well. What does your team have going on and the marketing team have going on, and what should people know, even who maybe are not coming to the game in person?
Yeah, so huge shout out to our marketing team and Toast, Stephanie, and their group over there. They have tattoos that'll be out on the plaza, is what I've heard. Both semi-permanent, but also permanent as well. If you want to partake and get in a permanent VGK.
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home. This is the playoffs. You don't go big or go home.
We don't mess around.
We do not mess around. There'll also be, people coloring people's hairs and beard trimmers and that kind of stuff to make sure you're ready for playoffs and growing your playoff beard. And then we're also going to be showing the game out there on the mesh on T-Mobile and on the Plaza stage for the whole game. We'll have a DJ out there for intermissions, playing fun music and everything like that. So even if you can't get into the Fortress, you can still hang out outside, watch the game. We're all hitting a goal horn. You'll hear it on the roof of T-Mobile, so you'll be able that'll echo throughout the Strip as we usually do. And yeah, it should be a really cool atmosphere out there.
Well, Tyler, congrats for almost making it. We'll be sending you coffee and Ghost Energy and everything else throughout the day.
Ghost Energy, heck yeah. Oh, that reminds me, that app we were talking about earlier may or may not be working for nightclub as well during second intermission. So there's a couple different variations we can use it for. So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it.
Good luck, Tyler.
Thank you.
Well, Ashley, thanks for bringing us some great stuff on episode 2 of VGK Today. Loved your interview with Annabelle Hanson. You can tell she's fired up, she's ready to go, and let's hope she brings that positive energy to the Vegas Golden Knights in Game 1 tonight. Also, a huge shout out to Tyler Ferraro and his team for everything they do both inside and outside of T-Mobile Arena. So whether you're inside enjoying the show and being a part of the show, or you're outside having a party and watching the game on the big screen, please sure to come down to T-Mobile Arena tonight for Game 1, the playoff opener against the Winnipeg Jets. Be sure to subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss a moment of the team's quest for a Stanley Cup. Tomorrow, Dave Gosher and Shane Knighty recap Game 1 against Winnipeg. Thanks as always for listening to VGK Today, presented by MGM Rewards.